Alright, I was telling one of my friends on YouTube that I was going to make a Rodent Room update. I kept saying I was going to do it for a little while and kept failing to do it since I had a lot of stuff going on. So I'm going to do it now, and everything got changed around a lot. And as you can see over here, there is nothing over here. Everything got moved into the room. And alright, here we go, over into the room. It's not too big, about 4.5 or so feet wide. Probably about 15 feet long or so. And alright. And as you can see, there is a lot less rodents. So got all the big rats in here. Got water bottles, rats, and there's really not as many as it looks right there. There's actually about 16 rats in here total, and they are perfectly fine in there, and they do fine, never run out of food or water. And then up here, I got 3 female rats, and basically I take the females that have their babies, they have their babies in here, I take all the babies out and I put them in here, and these 3 rats are really awesome, and I promise these 3 rats are never going to be snake food. They take every single baby. I put 20 more babies in there, and I'll open that up in a second, and they just take them all and take good care of them. 2 sit on top of them while the other one takes a little break. And then in here, got the males, and there's only a couple in here right now. As you can see, I am lowering down, and this doesn't mean I'm not selling them anymore. This means that I am lowering down until I can afford to build all the necessary equipment and pay for all the necessary equipment to take care of them all and set them all up properly. And it is costing me a little bit of money. The money's not the problem. The fact that I'm buying a $4,000 or $4,500 Motley Het Sharp albino, and she is coming in 7 weeks, or just about 7 weeks, just a little bit less. And back to this, these are the female mice, and there's probably about 20 or so in there. There's not too many. They never run out of water, and I fill their bottles, all the bottles, twice a day. And usually I only have to fill their bottle up once. And they do really well. I clean the cages, basically all the cages, once every 3 to 4 days, sometimes more. I used to clean their cage a little bit more so it stayed really clean for the babies. And basically, yeah, clean them every 3 to 4 days, give them fresh water twice a day. These guys need it. They need their bottles filled up twice a day or they will run out. They don't run out every 12 hours, but if I leave it till about 15 hours, they will run out, and I really don't like that. And let me try to get a close up, and let me flip this too. And the sides are a little bit messy. As you can see, these cages are all getting bleached and washed this week and coming up since it's going to be sunny out. I clean them every week, but I'm really taking everything out and just scrubbing everything down. And over here I got my trash can I use for the bedding when I empty everything. Over here I got the trash bag I just throw little stuff in. Up there I got a bin. This bin right here, I use that to to scoop all the bedding into, all the dirty bedding, and I empty that out and pour the clean bedding in so I can pour it into the cages. And the bin inside there with this lid, I use that to hold the mice and rats. The little thing in there that you can see at the purple top, I use that to hold all the babies. They just curl up and sit in there while I clean the cages and the parents are out. And then there's a little bin in there right there that I just use for the little bigger ones so they have a little bit more room, the ones with their eyes open. And you can probably, there we go, there's a better shot. Yeah. You can see their water's almost empty and it's almost time to fill it up. And there are those guys. Come here. Alright, here we go. Here is a little rat. This guy will probably be on his own in about a week. I mean, his eyes are open. They're cute little guys. They got little teeth. They're fully capable. I could put them on their own right now and they do perfectly fine and survive, but I like giving them a little bit of extra time just so they will be big enough and they will know exactly what to do instead of have to learn everything on their own. These little guys right here will drink water on their own like the adults and eat food on their own, but they still do nurse. So these guys are almost weanlings or wieners. Cute little guys. I feel sorry, and he is a male, as you can see, and he probably will be snake food. I'm sorry. This guy might even be eaten in the video I'm making next. I am sorry, little guy. And for those of you who watch my videos know that I do love the rats and I take really good care of them. And honestly, I don't like doing it. But I mean, when you have 8 boas and you keep snakes and you love snakes, I mean, it's just as cruel to not feed the snakes because you like the rodents as it is to feed the. It's even worse than feeding the rodents because I breed the rodents for a specific purpose. Oh, sorry, little guy. And they are for snake food. I take good care of them, but at the end of the day, that's what I do use them for. There's no reason whatsoever I can't take good care of them. That thing gets a little stuck because of the thing I got wrapped around the bottle to keep it up. And I use that so they don't chew the bottle off. And I have tape on this one to hold this up because they knock these things down every day. And it really is a pain in the ass finding those little metal things right there that hook the bottle. I mean, it takes me forever. You usually have to take all the rats out and clean it. And that really does suck when you have to do that twice a day. And keep all the food, which is this regular dog food, and I give them fruits and vegetables to supplement that. Fresh water, usually distilled. Sometimes I don't do it, and we live up in Idaho, so the water's really, really clean compared to California or New York. Scratch that. Maybe not California, I don't know, but way cleaner than New York. Sorry for people from New York. And just keep the dog food in here. I buy 2 large bags, probably each month. Right now with what I have, maybe a little less. And there's 2 of the other bins. Those things are getting cleaned out. And got the bedding down there. Got my tongs so I can pick up some of the rodents. Like when the mothers are acting really aggressive, if I go in there, they'll bite me. And I really do not like getting bit by a rat. And I think that's it. Keep the stepping stool to get myself up to the cages so I don't trip and fall or wipe it all over my arms. And that's about everything. And oh yeah, when I breed these guys, all I do is keep them. I keep all the adults in this big cage. If you keep them together, they will not kill each other. Honest to God, I cannot remember the last time I have had a mouse or a rat kill a baby. And I touch every single baby there is. I usually at night, even though I tell myself not to play with the babies, I usually, after I take care of them, come down and play with the babies a little bit. Just because, I mean, I just like the babies. They're really cute. And you can see that one's nipples right there. Let's get it close up. Yep, you can see, and they usually don't look like that, but when they're suckling, they kind of come out and the hair kind of goes away. And these ones are pregnant. There's a pregnant one right there. You can see that one's pretty fat. There's probably 3 or 4 pregnant ones, I think. There's a couple in there. I can't really find them. That black one in the corner standing up that's looking at us, that one is pregnant. And that one right in front of it, that white and tan, or that white one with the tan face is pregnant. And the tan one in the back corner, that one's pregnant. And when I breed these guys, if you're just doing colonies so you can feed 1 or 2 snakes, you just take 1 male with anywhere from 1 to 10 female with rats, 1 to 4 females with mice. And even though I do touch the babies and I've never had a mouse or a rat kill the babies in almost a year, I just leave them alone, because the more you leave them alone, the better your chances are. I mean, if you leave these guys alone, leave 1 male with 3 females, and just give them food, water, clean their cage, and that's it, you will have so many babies, and I will stand by that. There's no possible way you won't have babies within a month or 2. And if you get them as adults from the pet store, it might take a little bit, but the way I raise mine up and breed them, they just go crazy. They just don't stop having babies. I haven't had to turn the lights off and keep it dark for 16 hours. I was doing that for about a month. 16 hours of dark and 8 hours of light to slow them down, which really did work really well. And they're still fine. They're back at 12 hours of light, 12 hours of dark now. So I can still have some babies producing. And yeah, if you guys have any questions or want me to do anything special, please let me know. And I really thank all of you, all 230 subscribers, or 229, for subscribing and giving me support. And I will have a feeding video coming up next with 6 of the boas, except for the hypoparahet and the parahet they ate 2 days ago. And I will see you guys later. Alright, thanks a lot.